Lionel Messi had nothing left to prove. He had won the Copa America, the Finalissima, and, most importantly, the 2022 World Cup. His fans finally had the answer they had been demanding for years. Messi was the greatest player of all time. Case closed. Cristiano Ronaldo fans disagreed, of course. But apparently, their opinion stopped counting somewhere around December 2022. So naturally, 4 years later, at the age of 39, Messi returned to prove it all over again. And the media was ready. Before Argentina had played a single match, the 2026 World Cup was already being treated like Messi's personal retirement movie. Every camera followed him. Every training session became breaking news. Every touch of the ball was another historic moment. The other 47 teams were technically there too, but mostly as supporting characters. Meanwhile, every Messi goal would become another weapon in football's most peaceful and intelligent debate. Messi versus Ronaldo. The story was perfect. The defending champion, the legendary number 10, one final tournament. Could the most humble, honest, and completely fairly treated player in football history win 2 World Cups in a row, and finally give his fans a reason to stop mentioning Ronaldo? Probably not. But it was a nice thought. Argentina were drawn into a terrifying group with Algeria, Austria, and Jordan. Somehow, the defending world champions survived. Their first opponent was Algeria, and Messi immediately scored a hat trick. At 39 years old, he was once again proving that age was just a number, especially when the opponent had never made it beyond the round of 16. But 3 goals are 3 goals, so the headlines arrived right on schedule. The GOAT is back. Messi is unstoppable. Football has been completed again. Next came Austria. Messi missed an early penalty, briefly reminding everyone that he was human. Fortunately, he corrected this unfortunate misunderstanding by scoring twice and becoming the World Cup's all-time leading goal scorer. Against Jordan, Argentina finally decided to rest him, but with the score still uncomfortable, Messi came off the bench, scored again, and helped complete a 3-1 victory. 7 goals in 3 matches. 3 wins. First place in the group. The world had seen enough. Messi was apparently better than ever. Were Algeria, Austria, and Jordan the strongest opponents? Not exactly. But greatness is greatness, and the Messi retirement movie had started perfectly. Cape Verde were supposed to be the perfect first opponent for Argentina in the knockout stage, a small island nation making its World Cup debut against the defending champions and the greatest player in history. This was not meant to be a football match. It was meant to be another comfortable chapter in Messi's retirement movie. And when Messi opened the scoring, everything appeared to be following the script. The cameras found his face, the commentators prepared another speech about greatness, and Argentina's place in the next round felt guaranteed. Cape Verde, however, had apparently forgotten their role. They refused to disappear, fought back, and forced Argentina into a match nobody expected. Every time the champions looked ready to finish them, Cape Verde found a way back. The score was 2 after 90 minutes, meaning mighty Argentina needed extra time to defeat a country with a population smaller than several Argentine cities. Eventually, Argentina found the winning goal and escaped with a 3-2 victory. Messi's movie survived, but only just. For the first time, Argentina looked less like unstoppable champions and more like a team that could actually be beaten. If Cape Verde had damaged Argentina's perfect story, Egypt nearly ended it completely. For the first time, Messi and his teammates were no longer facing a brave underdog with nothing to lose. They were facing a team that genuinely believed it could send the defending champions home. Egypt scored once, then scored again. Suddenly, Argentina were 2-0 down, and the cameras stopped showing Messi as the calm hero of a retirement movie. Now they showed him staring at the ground while millions of fans tried to understand how the greatest player ever was about to be eliminated by Egypt. But then the comeback began. Argentina pulled 1 goal back, found an equalizer, and eventually completed a dramatic 3-2 victory. Naturally, every successful pass from Messi was immediately described as divine intervention. He had not simply helped Argentina recover. According to the commentators, he had personally refused to let history end. The headlines celebrated another legendary Messi performance, but the reality was less comfortable. Argentina had survived again. 2 knockout matches, 2-3, 2 victories, and 2 opponents who came dangerously close to ruining the entire movie. This was no longer domination. It was escape after escape. By the quarterfinal, Argentina needed a convincing victory. They scored early through Alexis McAllister, but Switzerland refused to follow the script and equalized in the second half. Then, luckily for Argentina, fairness arrived exactly when they needed it. Briel Mbolo went down inside the penalty area, but after a VAR review, the referee gave him a second yellow card for simulation. No penalty for Switzerland. A red card instead. Completely normal. Completely fair. Even with 10 men, Switzerland survived until extra time. Only then did Julian Alvarez and Lautaro Martinez score to give Argentina a 3-1 victory. The final score looked comfortable. The match was anything but comfortable. Still, Messi was through, the movie continued, and nobody would ever mention that controversial red card again. Probably. In the semifinal, England came closer than anyone to ending Messi's final World Cup run. They took the lead and forced Argentina to chase the game once again. For most of the match, the defending champions struggled, and the retirement movie appeared to be heading toward a very British ending. But England did what England often does in major tournaments. They found a way to lose. Argentina scored twice late in the second half, turning defeat into a dramatic 2-1 victory. Messi was now heading to his third World Cup final. The headlines were ready. The emotional montages had probably already been edited, and the ending seemed obvious. One final match. One final victory. One final image of Messi lifting the trophy. At this point, it felt less like a football tournament and more like a ceremony waiting to happen. All Spain had to do was follow the script, and then Spain showed up. Unlike Argentina's previous opponents, they had no interest in becoming supporting characters in Messi's retirement movie. From the opening minutes, Spain controlled the ball, dictated the tempo, and forced Argentina to spend most of the match defending. Messi waited for his usual moment of magic, but it never came. There was no legendary goal, no perfect assist, and no helpful penalty to rescue the story. For the first time in the tournament, he looked less like an immortal football genius and more like a 39-year-old man trying to catch players almost half his age. Argentina created almost nothing, while Spain kept pushing forward. Then, in stoppage time, Enzo Fernandez received his second yellow card and was sent off, leaving Argentina with 10 men before extra time. Fairy tale was beginning to collapse. In the 106th minute, Nico Williams found Ferran Torres, who scored the only goal of the final. No dramatic comeback followed. No last-minute miracle arrived. Spain won 1-0 and became world champions. Messi finished a match at the 2026 World Cup without a goal or an assist for the first time. The cameras still found him, of course. But now he was watching someone else lift the trophy. Everything had been prepared perfectly. The hero had been chosen, the emotional ending had been written, and the football world was ready to celebrate one final Messi miracle. Spain simply refused to follow the script. Messi almost made history. Instead, he became part of Spain's. Messi came to America to make history, and he did. Just not the kind of history his fans had already prepared themselves to celebrate.